lost for words, somebody throw a vowel in. I'm only human, takes a lot of talent between the party and the dreams, and I'm searching for that balance. So fuck them to infinity, cause this industry almost finished me. All this negative energy, you ain't been through this, no empathy. These opinions ain't offending me, critics ain't no friends to me. What's the worst that you can do? I'm already my own worst enemy. They love it when you on top, ride coattails when you pop.
Hey guys, this is Kyle Interviews. We are here with Kyle Lucas and Captain Midnite. If you guys could introduce your name and what you guys do.
My name is Kyle Lucas, and I'm an MC and do vocals.
My name is Captain Midnite, and I make beats and music for this guy and Johnny Craig.
All right, so we're going to start off with some icebreakers just to loosen the mood here. So if you guys could bring back any artist from the dead and replace them with a living artist, who would you choose?
You go first. I gotta think about
Any artist back from the dead?
Yeah.
And then replace them with a living artist.
Does it have to be a musical artist?
No, not so.
Oh, I'd bring back Salvador Dali and replace, who would I replace? Broken Side.
I bring back Biggie and replace them with Broken Side.
Sorry. So second icebreaker, if you guys could save the world with one person, like you had to have the most badass individual in the world, who would you choose to help save the world?
Will Smith.
Dang, that's too good. That's too good. I can't. That's too good.
He does it every movie. He's used to it.
Right? All right, guys. So first off, how's the tour going? What's the fan reaction been like and whatnot? I mean, the tour's almost over, so how's it going?
Yeah, tour's been awesome. We're in the opening slot. We're third, and completely different music than a lot of the kids expect. But pretty much every night we win them all over, so we get the job done. So it's been great.
Yeah. So I heard there was a little bit of controversy with I guess someone almost got jumped. Can you tell us about that, or what happened? Like, what is that all about?
I mean, I don't really want to just harp on it, but we were in Florida, and me, Aaron, and Johnny got in a little altercation outside. Yeah. That's all.
Fair enough. All right, so, like you said, you guys are a bit different from the majority that, these are rock bands, and it's a specific scene, a specific culture. How do you guys react to that difference, and how do you think fans are reacting, or what kind of, the criticism that they're throwing your way? How do you respond to that?
Well, we've never really had any criticism at a show. I saw one time in New York, someone said I was a little too misogynistic, but that was just a girl, But as far as the scene, we come from this scene. We did Warped Tour this summer, and we listen to this type of music. We just listen to actually every type of music, so we actually fit in very well. Johnny's open-minded, Secrets are open-minded, everyone on the tour is open-minded, and we're fans of all of them too. So it's actually for kids that like music, especially William Beckett was on the first half of it. It was one of the most eclectic tours that I've seen in a while. I think a lot of people will appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And so, the fact that, you say, you're familiar with the scene, so with rap and rock, which love came first for you guys? Was it, or, for you possibly too, DJ Midnite, maybe electronic? What was your first love to pursue this type of music?
I'm a big hip-hop guy, initially, I grew up listening to DMX and Joe Budden, so I started listening to them first. But then as I got just older and started listening to different kinds of music, Johnny and Vic from Pierce the Veil are my two favorite singers. So it's kind of cool that I got to make an album for one of them. That's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's not it's too far off from us because we're kind of a hybrid of everything. Our hip hop isn't too hip hoppy; it's kind of everything, Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on both. Literally. So, I was listening to Mace the same time I was listening to Less Than Jake. Mm-hmm. So, literally the same times I was listening to Biggie and Outkast, I was listening to Blink-182 and, Real Big Fish. So, it's, nothing really came first. It just music just came at once. And I think my generation was the generation that, you wouldn't be called a poser in school or whatever. Everyone just listens to everyone. It's a little less, segregated because nowadays, it's, it's weird if you don't listen to everything. So it's good. It's been great, man. Yeah, like I said, this whole tour has been great. The kids have been incredible. I've met a lot of them after. I try to meet every single one after. So it's been such a great experience.
So you're also in a band called Vonnegut, and you know, the fact that you're on a solo tour kind of thing, like how have they responded to that sort of like, you know, venture for you?
I don't really know like the status of Vonnegut right now. I know we kind of, things are like halted right now because 2 of the members wanted to get jobs and stop doing music. So, you know, I can't be in a band with people who don't want to be in a band. So it's kind of like my hand was forced. But you know, I got nothing but love of those guys, and I hope they don't. I know Taylor's playing in some like Collective Soul side project. He's drumming for, I think, someone that was in Collective Soul, but I haven't really spoken to him in a while. But yeah, I hope they keep doing music. I mean, they're incredibly talented people, and I learned so much from being in Vonnegut, and yeah, I hope they don't stop.
Yeah. So how did this tour come about with Johnny, and even just you meeting Johnny? You guys both like collaborating with him quite a bit. Is it, you know, where did you guys all like first meet and decide, let's take this together and let's go on tour?
In 2011, Vonnegut was on Warped Tour, and when he was in dance, so we kind of became cool then. And then after I guess 2 years later, I guess it is, we had the same publicist, and I was finishing my mixtape, and he reached out to my manager Nick Shuley, and then we just kind of worked it. We did Worth It. And then 2 days later, we were at South by Southwest and shot the video for it. But it was like almost in when we did at South by, we just kind of kicked it for like a week. So it was just like his crew, my crew, Midnite, you know, my friend Mark Goon, just everyone that we work with. We're just kind of just like getting drunk in Austin. So, and then we became friends, and he was like, I want to come down and do. I sent him a bunch of this folder of beats that I had from Midnite, and he loved like 14 out of the 15. And I was like, I'm sure Midnite will give them to you if you talk to him. And then he flew down to Atlanta, and then he was like, I'm gonna bring you on tour. And it's just kind of, it seems like it happened really easily, but it kind of did. It just kind of was kind of one thing after the other.
Just snowballed into something.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So it seems like you guys are all becoming like quite a unit here, and it's so different from like what people experience, you know, in this scene. It's just kind of like a band, it sticks together, and it's just like, you know, this is totally different. Like, I think it's like super revolutionary. So do you guys think you're changing music within the rock scene with this like little group that you got with like, you know, a fusion between hip hop and rock at the same time?
I mean, we're not like reinventing the wheel, you know, but we're just kind of doing what we want. Everybody who knows anything about Johnny Craig knows that he was in Emarosa, which is kind of more of a rock alternative band, and, you know, Dance Gavin Dance was like a post-hardcore, you know, screaming and singing, but he's always been an R&B kid, you know, and so he's always wanted to do his kind of music. But I don't think he's doing straight R&B either, because Midnite's sounds are pretty dark in his music, and we're not doing anything that crazy. We're just doing what we want. So I don't really have to do any kind of music I don't want to do anymore, and he can do whatever he wants. And then Midnite, you know, we're literally just kind of doing what we want, and kids are like very open to it. So I don't know, it makes me happy.
Yeah, it's going well, super well. And so can you tell us about this music video that you just dropped the other day called "The Party and the Dream"? Who'd you guys shoot that with, and kind of what's the theme of that song other than partying and dreaming?
Yeah, Johnny did the hook. He had the beat from this producer named Z-Rock, and then our longtime, you know, videographer Justin. He's a really good friend of ours. He shot the video, and on 2 of the dates on the Souls on Fire tour, which was Austin and Houston. So and then we shot part of it in Denver, I believe, like the other scenes, but. Yeah, it's. I love the song. It was the first song I did with Johnny when he came to Atlanta, so it was awesome. Yeah, I thought it turned out great. I thought it looked very epic. I thought Justin did a great job.
Dope. So, what does it feel like for you guys to be kind of, you know, throwing fans a surprise during these tours? You know, like you said, you are kind of different. Like, what kind of reaction do you guys have to that? Like, are you ever nervous going on stage being like, man, is this crowd just not going to feel it tonight?
I mean, no, like I said before, I was in a band, you know, for 4 years, so we did Warped Tour. We didn't really do shows with rappers other than Big Boy Outkast, and like I'm used to that, and I'm used to the kids like that, and I've liked, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I've just had a lot of years of winning over a crowd because I've been an opening band for a long time with Vonnegut and then now on the Johnny tour. So I haven't really, to be honest, it's kind of been really easy, like winning them over. Like nobody's thrown anything at me, nobody's booed me off, like nobody, it hasn't been like any curveballs or anything. So I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, basically, I think that it's just something that Kyle kind of does. He just gets kind of hyped up and brings a lot of energy, and he'll call people out if they're just kind of standing there being like, like where's attack, like if they're doing that, then he'll kind of call them out, and then he makes the crowd laugh and gets them kind of into it. It kind of like breaks the ice, So by the end of the whole set, like it's going off and it's really fun for us. So
plus, like, if crowds are going, my secret weapon is bringing Johnny out during my sets.
Like an emergency.
Yeah. So we do Worth It from my mixtape, and that's been, we've done that every night, and so that's my emergency. Like after the show, I'm like, yeah, if that doesn't win you over, I don't really have anything else.
Get the hell out. Then get the hell out. All right. So is there a chance that you, Johnny, and Captain Midnite would actually do an entire EP together?
Yes, 100%. We've spoken about that plenty of times. I think we've even talked about it on Twitter. But just I got to do my album, my debut album. He's gonna do his full length, but in between we'll be hanging out and recording as well with Midnite. So we already have a couple songs already like ready to go. So 100%.
Yeah, and Johnny's new EP is actually kind of like that because I made all the music on it, and Kyle features on a song, and he also co-wrote some of the songs with Johnny. So it's kind of a good example of what we're going towards.
Yeah.
I second that. All right, so lastly, guys, what's next after this tour? Where you guys head in, either touring or recording wise?
I got like a week off tomorrow, or in 2 days. The tour's over. Then I'm gonna go home, and then I'm going to Marietta, Georgia, to my house and recording my debut album with like a bunch of talented songwriters. I know William Beckett's flying in, Johnny's flying in, Midnite's flying in for a month. So we'll be just recording it at my house. Justin's gonna be filming the whole thing, so we're gonna like document the process. And the name of the album is Marietta, Georgia, the album. So till the end of the year, I'm just going to be really just working on my songwriting and making sure the songs are up to par, because I feel like now with my growing, my experience in Vonnegut, my experience with mixtapes and touring for 4 years, like now I really want to like make the songs to compete, that I feel at the level I should be at. So it's just focusing on writing really good songs.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing for me. I go home for 2 days to Seattle, and then I'm going to El Paso for a week to see my girlfriend. Then I'm going out to Marietta for a few weeks and doing all that. It's gonna be good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll check their music out, and that's all we got here, and we're wrapped up. And so this is Kyle Lucas and Captain Midnite. So take it easy. This is Kyle Interviews.
Peace out, players.
That you can do, I'm rating my own worst enemy. They love it when you on top, ride coattails when you pop, and pray to God he don't flop, cause so-called friends will walk. My flow on fire, been through hell, open fire, you can see the shells. Tried to assassinate my character, but then they failed, oh well.